can't touch this. Look, man, you can't touch this. You better get hype, boy, cause you know you can't touch this. Ring the bell, school's back in. Break it down.
Woo! What a way. Week 3, we're back. The same old Lions show, and guess what? We're still the same old Lions, but we won.
We won, Tone. They made me wrong. They made me bet on being wrong. I gambled against them, and they same old got me. You just can't win if you lose, so I'm betting on them every week against them. I'm going to bet every week against them now, Tone.
If it works, it works. That is storyline number 1, though. You did bet against our beloved Lions this weekend.
Was not the experience I thought at MGM. I went in, I was ready just to only bet on 1 o'clock games and the 4 o'clock, and then what turned into a quick visit to the kiosk felt like a never-ending line of rage. Time was evaporating away from me.
The experience at MGM definitely was not great. Left something to be desired, I would say, for sure. In that respect, you guys got to do something about that MGM because it was pathetic. Like 14 kiosks or whatever, one goes down. I got there at 12:20. I can't even make a 1 o'clock bet. So does this win? We're 1-2. We're 1-2. Does this win mean anything? Is it just a win? Should we be excited? Is it? Are we at the point in like this franchise where just one win is like something that we get excited about? Like all we need is a win and we're just happy. Like should we be happy or are we still pissed? I'm still pissed, but I'm less than I was last week.
I had to slow down and watch it again. I had to go back and look at it and just make sure.
You watched it again.
I watched it again. I thought this is too much. It was like this is really good. And then like I can tell you what.
I wouldn't say really good.
Our offense is good.
Our offense is
good. You guys
good.
wonder about the shirts today? The baby Lions are getting it done, baby. Hawk, you the man. You
Baby
got
Lions.
it done. And
Kenny
then,
Galladay. Love that guy.
Sore subject from last week. Man must have tuned into the show and heard something because Mr. Okuda, what a tackle on Hopkins. What an interception. Make a name. You looked like a draft pick
Still
today.
not sold. Yeah, you're listening, Okuda. I know you watch this show every week. Step it up next game.
I'm starting to like the 30 a quarter thing, man. Daryl Green back in the day for the Redskins.
Is he hurt? Is Okuda hurt? Or was that just like a couple plays where he was out? I didn't really see him come back in the game after the interception.
I mean, really,
it got a little blurry for me though at the end there. I'm not gonna lie. I had a couple bets going on. I was flustered at the witching hour.
Yeah, I mean, at least we were able to focus on that closing out drive and getting it done. Mr. Stafford again, but as far as the injury
Prater hitting that last second field goal. Love you, Prater.
But
does he have new tattoos? Are those new barbed wire tattoos, or were those always there? I know he always had like the tattoos sticking out, but the barbed wire ones look new. And if I must say, that is the most Prater thing that you could possibly have is some barbed wire tattoos.
I mean, if those are new, I don't remember seeing them before.
So Kenny Galladay comes in, back from being hurt, makes an immediate impact.
Offense looks good.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. They can spread the ball efficiently. Adrian Peterson is now actually fitting into being able to spread the offense that way. TJ Hawkinson, he gets matchups where he was a consistent guy on third down to go to. I mean, like he had a nice game again. So I mean, I think I'm excited about the offense, but realistically, one thing that really stood out to me, the better quarterback won because he took care of the ball. We don't always get by with Matt Stafford not throwing a pick. It's just the nature of the beast. And Kyler Murray threw 3 of them.
Yeah, Kyler Murray did not look great. But
he made some bad decisions.
When you're the Lions, you take them when you can get them.
It's a confidence booster going into a tough situation. And, I mean, New Orleans is in a must-win now mode with a really good coach.
Yeah, we'll see about New Orleans next week. That would be, if we beat them, then, maybe there's something to be said about this season still. But that's going to be like running into a wood chipper next week going into New Orleans after 2 losses. Or did they?
2.
Yeah, after 2 losses. Yeah, it's...
Well, look who's running the helm. Do you trust our coach to beat that coach angry?
No. I'm still on the Fire Patricia train. That's what I'm worried about. Like, after this, let's do season predictions. But if he rattles off 4 more wins and we get 5 wins, I'm scared that we won't fire him and that he's back. And that could be the worst case scenario.
I mean, that would be the most Lions thing ever to start the season with an ultimatum and then not follow through with it. So
Yeah, exactly. So we're 1-2 right now, 3 games in. What do you think end of the season?
no one's playing defense in our division right now. It just is not something that happens. So they have they could split with Chicago. They could split with Minnesota. Green Bay. I mean, we're gonna.
We haven't beat Chicago in 3.5 years.
They're starting to lose pieces though. Cohen was the one who killed us. He's on the injury reserve right now. I mean, there's
Bears are finding ways to win against all of the worst teams in the NFL.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the time will come, but I think 5-11 is a good shot for the Lions.
Oh, 5-11. Yeah, I could see it being right around there. Unfortunately, that's
especially because that's not going to really translate into that great of a pick with how bad the NFC East is this year.
No, it won't be good enough to get Trevor Lawrence.
Nope.
Not that we would take Trevor Lawrence, because Bob Quinn probably thinks he's probably got 10 more years out of Stafford or some shit. Kerryon Johnson, good, bad. He played decent.
I thought he mixed in well. I mean, realistically, Adrian Peterson is showing us that slow spin move is one of the favorite moves I've seen in a while. That's an old trick up the guy's sleeve. I mean,
yeah, he's hard to tackle if he can actually get past the line of scrimmage.
yeah, I mean,
That's the problem, though. All of our running backs actually look pretty decent when they can actually get a hole. But
Yeah.
do they ever get holes? No. It's because our O-line still sucks.
yes.
When we draft, Bob Quinn's draft, he always goes for, some type of stable play in the first round, like T.J. Hawkinson or Okuda or something. And then in the second round, he'll go out on a limb and try to take some skill player that doesn't ever pan out. Like, every one of Bob Quinn's second-round picks has been a bust.
I mean, Tavi's not playing too bad. I mean, he mixes in well.
Tavai, yeah, he's probably the only one that plays. Tavi plays pretty decent.
I apologize to the human callus forehead, because I had to double check myself. John Ritchie, fullback of the week, baby. You had the scab head, and I tell you what, all the blood, all the gore, all the action we saw underneath your helmet. I did not realize everything else you had going on, guys. We won't go too far into it because it's nothing I want to ruin for anybody. But if you guys ever want to watch something, watch Behind the Scabs, John Ritchie. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to go a lot of directions.
This guy is something else. I learned a lot about Owen Schmidt last week, and I'm sure Guy Ritchie will be none the less exciting. So we'll be seeing Behind the Scab on
John Ritchie.
John Ritchie. Guy Ritchie would be a way better name. So we both made some bets at MGM, as we had said earlier in the day. I made a little parlay. We both made a little parlay. Mine was the Lions to cover the spread, which they did. That's my Lions. I'm never going to bet against the team that I live and die for, unlike some fool like you. I had the Packers money line. Oh, that hit. And then I looked at this little over. It was just at 42.5. That's a low number. Tom Brady's out there. He'll hit it. They scored 5 points in the second half. 2 teams combined scored 5 points in the second half to ruin my over. $650. Gone. I had it. I was feeling it. It was there at the tip of my fingers. Gone. Down the drain.
If I've got to spend for our team to win, I'll take the losses. I'm invested. I'm all in on you guys. Don't worry.
Next week you're gonna take New Orleans then.
Yeah. I feel great about this. New Orleans, we're all in on it. Drew Brees, comeback tour. It's time, baby. Put that in as your fantasy lock of the week. Drew Brees, top 5 quarterback this week.
I'm gonna say he's probably right. I'm going to take the Lions, but I'm going to probably sneak a little other parlay in there just to hedge my bets, because I am not confident about our Leos next week.
Your rate's committed. He just does other things on the side.
Yeah.
It happens.
Commitment with a side piece. Like, that's a good relationship.
Well,
did you see Nick Foles' visor? What the hell was that?
I mean, he had it, then he didn't. Must have been a little bit too tinted. Can't see anything.
Throws a pick, comes back out with the regular visor, throws like a normal human being. What do you know?
I mean, who wears tinted things indoors? I mean, like, what?
Especially in that butthole Mercedes-Benz stadium.
That thing is a butthole.
So, the Vikings, amazingly enough, The Leos are not in the basement of the NFC North. The Minnesota Vikings are now an appalling 0-3. 0-3.
I tell you what, that one's baffling. You had the top rusher last week.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook ripped it up.
That was actually one of the, in my opinion, one of the funner games to watch of the week. Watching those two teams go back and forth. There's a lot of points to be scored. Kyle Rudolph had one of the most amazing touchdown grabs I have ever seen.
So I'd say right now, because we're all over the Trevor Lawrence race, that's really important to us. I would say right now the undoubtable leaders of that race are the New York Jets.
They're bad. Who's worse, the Jets or the Giants? If you're a New York fan, you don't even have an auxiliary
Jets.
team.
I'm going Jets. I mean, I don't think there's a player on that team that would start for at least 5 teams in the NFL.
They're bad. I don't think anybody wants to play for Adam Gase either.
No one has, no one will, no idea how he ended up there. Yeah, I mean, on to New Orleans, we're going to have to depend on a little voodoo to get by this one. But
we're going to need the Dan Wolford voodoo doll for sure for this game. Dan, wherever you are.